There you have it. 5 residents deleted as COVID-19 outbreak hits Cape Cod Nursing Home Center. Now, I've been seeing spikes go up here and there around certain areas and certain counties and everything like that. So I wanted to bring this to the forefront and ask the family, should this be a cause of concern? You feel me? Should this be a cause of concern? Should this be something that we as healthcare professionals and as potential patients should worry about? I mean, let's be honest. Universal precaution is always something that is encouraged and something that people should do and take part in, to not only for themselves, not only to protect themselves, but to also protect their neighbor, the person they may run in contact with, because you don't know what another person's immune system is looking like. So let's get into this. It says 5 residents DEAD as C-19 outbreak hits Cape Cod Nursing Home Center and Rehab. It says at least 5 residents at a Massachusetts nursing home are deleted and dozens more recovering after a C-19 outbreak hit the Cape Cod facility nearly 2 weeks ago. The Massachusetts Department of Public Health and Safety said as of Friday, there have been 74 C-19 cases among residents and 19 among staff as part of the outbreak at the Windsor Skilled Nursing and Rehabilitation Center in South Yarmouth. Let me check. Oh, no, that's not a text, just a notification. My fault, y'all. A spokesperson for Integritas Healthcare, which manages the facility, told News Center 5 that they have had 73 positive cases among 89 residents, along with 19 staff cases in connection with the outbreak, which started February 21st. Integritas the Integritas spokesperson said 28 residents and 8 staff members have recovered from their illnesses, and that management expect those numbers to climb over the next upcoming weeks. Now, okay, so wintertime is darn near over. You dig? Wintertime. Shout out to Nurse Roxy in the building. Y'all go over there and subscribe to her channel. She's doing phenomenal work over there. Shout out to that sister. But the wintertime is almost over. But I have noticed in my area that the rise in numbers, they're starting to climb. They are definitely starting to climb. The numbers are starting to climb. So what does this mean? Especially if allegedly they are scheduled to make COVID no more than just or they see it as no more than a common flu, right? What does that mean for healthcare workers? Well, the healthcare workers still find it as no more than a common flu. Well, they see it that way. Well, some healthcare workers still be on the fence about taking care of patients with C-19 with no extra incentives behind it. Now, we've been in this thing for 2 years, almost 3, rather. And I guess each nurse's comfort level is different. So I'm not going to say nurses have become comfortable with it. I still have nurses at the place that I work at that refuse to go into the COVID unit for whatever the reason it may be, whether it be they have children, whether it be they have not been vaccinated, or it could just be that they are a little afraid to take on the virus head up like that and deal with patients that are currently infected. So what will that mean? Will a lot of nurses be objective to this? And when they do decide to take away the hazard pay, I don't know. What say you? Let me know in the comments, ladies and gentlemen. Said people outside more and moving close without caution. I agree. Shout out to Nurse Roxy. It says the Department of Health said a state-supported rapid response team has been at Windsor since February 28th, providing clinical support along with hand hygiene and personal protective equipment audits. The RTT, rapid response team, consists of 10 to 12 people, an approximately even mix of licensed nurses and certified nursing assistants. In addition, the DHP issued an admission freeze notice to the South Yarmouth facility on February 28th in accordance to the Department of Regulations. Integritas spokesperson said the company has deployed its own infection control team to Windsor in response to the C-19 outbreak. This is a quote from them. We are in communication with the Department of Public Health, and their rapid response team is working with us. We are doing everything that we should be doing in response to the outbreak, reads a statement from Integritas Healthcare. Healthcare experts said COVID-19 cases continue to remain low statewide, and that they point to wastewater levels as a sign that they have steadily dropped over the past 6 months. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, there you have it. When it comes to that game right there, they feel like that the rates are starting to drop as far as the COVID numbers. And how do you feel about that, nurses? How do you feel about that? As the rates drop, will your pay rate drop? And I'm bringing the rate up because that is an important factor that we have to bring into the forefront, because a lot of nurses started traveling. A lot of nurses started doing some of the things that they do for the pay increase. Let's not act like this is a game here. Me personally, I knew what was going to happen. I knew what was going to happen. I knew the rates were essentially going to drop, but I knew where I was working at, and in my field, and in my department of nursing, and in my little sector of nursing, it wasn't going to drop too much. I've always said, though, as long as a facility doesn't go less than a certain amount, I was all right with it. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, I'm about to go agency anyway again, because again, I do feel like a lot of these facilities, on top of the C-19 outbreaks that may or may not happen, they want to play games with your license, not with your license, but they want to play with your life. It's a controlling thing. You have to work these many hours, but you are trying to cut overtime, but you got to have PTO to request this off, but you have to work this holiday. And I'm just like, nah, I'm cool. As long as there are options out there, I don't really want to play that game. And I understand that some people have to play that game and choose to play that game, and that's fine. But I'm not one of those people. And I just decided not to play that game, boys and girls. But let me know what you think in the comments.